Hi everyone, welcome to the Thinking Crypto YouTube channel. I hope you're healthy and doing well. On this channel, we cover the news, facts, and sentiments about the crypto market. We also interview many of the folks who are investing and building in the crypto asset class. Earlier today, I uploaded my interview with Alessio Quaglini, who's the CEO and co-founder of Hex Trust, and I've also interviewed Mark Yusko, Morgan Creek Capital CEO, as well as Binance CEO CZ. So if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button. Guys, we continue to see more and more money is being poured into funds that are targeted to cryptocurrency. Just last week, we talked about Andreessen Horowitz and their new crypto fund that is $450 million. Also, Grayscale raising a record $500 million in Q1 of 2020. And now we got some news here that Hong Kong's first Regulator-Approved Bitcoin fund targets $100 million raise. So we are seeing hedge funds, investment firms across the globe are taking in money to invest in the crypto market. They are investing in both the assets themselves, the cryptocurrencies and digital assets, as well as the companies that are building the services and solutions and infrastructure of the market, guys. So a very bullish sign, and we of course got to be patient, let the market mature, and prices will follow. So Hong Kong Securities Regulator has approved the jurisdiction's first ever Bitcoin index fund designed for who? Institutional investors, guys. Arrano Capital, the blockchain investment arm of asset management firm Venture Smart Asia, has now met the licensing requirements from the Securities and Futures Commission, SFC, allowing it to begin dealing in cryptocurrency. I love it, guys. The governments and regulators around the world are opening the doors for crypto, and that is a great sign. Within the first 12 months, Arrano is hoping to surpass $100 million in total assets under management through a fund tracking Bitcoin prices. The fund marks the first of its kind to have passed regulatory approval on the basis that it solely targets institutional investors. So that's interesting. Maybe if they were targeting regular retail investors like you and I, it probably wouldn't have gotten the same approval time or process, right? But institutional investors come with their own securities and setups and so forth, and it's much easier. So that's a great sign, guys. To market to the general public, the fund would have to become an authorized fund under Hong Kong rules. Arrano getting the green light potentially paves the way for similar funds to begin filing for licenses in the blockchain-friendly region. Love it, guys. This is what you want to see as a crypto investor. I know price is important. Price will follow. But the money has to start accumulating, and the infrastructure has to be built out. And then, like I said, price will follow, guys. Now, today we heard that oil really took a massive hit, fallen below, a dollar. It's in the negative right now, right? So oil is getting wrecked. Now, interesting timing for Ripple to publish the following. And it's an article written here on their website by Breanne Madigan. And here's a quote: "History books will be written about the events transpiring in global markets today." Interesting. And the topic of that is liquidity and the global markets. So liquidity is becoming an issue, of course. Governments are printing nonstop to try to prop up the economy and markets. But of course, liquidity is drying up in this recession and pandemic where consumers are not spending. There's not a lot of lending going on, right? So where do you find the liquidity solutions? Well, Ripple has a very good liquidity solution called ODL, Ripple's on-demand liquidity, which leverages XRP. So let me give you just the bits and pieces here. You guys can, of course, read this for yourself. We are watching history unfold. Similar to 2008 financial crisis, books will be written about the events that are transpiring in the global markets today. But just like the 2008 financial crisis, collectively, industries will grow stronger together. It's more critical than ever to provide education around the fundamentals of liquidity and its importance to global markets. Now, jump down here. And they start talking about on-demand liquidity. So liquidity is key to exchanging any asset. any asset, whether it be bonds or digital assets, quickly, easily, and cheaply. Greater liquidity also helps increase the size or volume of trades that can be processed by dependent systems. It follows that liquidity around the digital asset XRP is the lifeblood of Ripple's on-demand liquidity, ODL for cross-border payments. XRP can be sent directly, quickly, cheaply without needing a central intermediary, making it a convenient instrument in bridging two different currencies quickly and efficiently. As a bridging tool in ODL, the greater the liquidity of XRP, the less costs and risk in each transaction. So they go on to talk about it, but a potential solution. Let's see what Ripple does with this, guys. I think we've all have our theories and seen some moves where they're working with the IMF, the BIS, and many folks. And funny enough, the timing of this is interesting. So let's see what comes out of it. I don't want to over speculate, but I do believe Ripple's working with obviously the IMF, which works with the banks around the globe. They've been on record saying they work with central banks. So I absolutely believe XRP will be that bridge currency, that bridge asset for currencies around the globe. And the fact that these central banks are building their central bank digital currencies, their digital version of their fiat, it will actually help XRP. Everything will be digitized, and it's going to be a better interoperability, and that is what Ripple is trying to do, guys. So interesting things here. Now, shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf, which found the following: a Federal Reserve document which speaks to crypto regulations, guys, an official document. Now, it comes from the Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas, so the branch in Dallas, and it's titled Cryptocurrency Market Reactions to Regulatory News, and it's written here by Raphael. I can't pronounce his last name. I'm not even going to try and butcher it, but he's at the BIS, the Bank of International Settlements. So it's a very interesting document showing governments, local authorities, federal authorities, they cannot ignore crypto anymore. And it talks about the impact of what regulatory news would do to the crypto market and different prices. So it's a paper, right? It gives his opinion and some of the studies. And look at the date. It is this month. It is a very recent, guys. So it is very, very interesting. So I'm not going to break down everything here, but it's a very in-depth document, and talking about the price swings and what the regulations and certain types of news, what type of impact that will have on the crypto market. So as you can see here, just all types of breakdowns, looking at the Bitcoin chart specifically and price reaction to news events and so on and so forth. So very, very interesting. And they of course mentioned Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, a Bitcoin Cash. Let's see here. There's some others as well that are mentioned. So here we go. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Monero, Zcash, and XRP, of course. So if you think cryptocurrencies are not on the radar of the government and central banks around the globe, it is. They're writing papers, they're putting out guidelines. That is why they're building CBDCs, because of the disruption that cryptocurrencies started. Very bullish for the outlook of the market, guys. Now, finally, crypto trading app Robinhood reportedly seeks $250 million. Now, they do mention the outages they've had. And I think, given all the market crashes we saw due to the pandemic and so forth, I don't know if all of these were actually crashes or outages, but let's see what comes out from there. But nevertheless, they're looking to grow, and they reportedly saw revenue growth amid the pandemic. So people buying, selling stocks, and of course crypto is accessible through the app. So this news is significant for both, obviously, the stock market and crypto market. And I think even more crypto, because the crypto market is on the rise. It's a very young market, and people are recognizing, due to what's going on with the government's printing money and the stock market crashing, that crypto is maybe a more safer asset. It certainly looks better that way. The data and so forth shows that crypto is a more solid and better investment. So good news here, and let's see if they can raise that money. That would be great. So guys, what do you think about this news? We'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. Leave them below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you all later.